What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to my Let's Play of WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 on the Xbox 360. Yesterday, we had some more, well, we had a match that was recorded on Wednesday as we're getting ready to fight for the tag team titles that, I kind of don't care about, but that is where we are, so let's get to moving. We're fighting the champions in a non-title match to earn the right to be in a title match. It's just like modern day wrestling.
The World Tag Team Champions has shown that there's no level they won't sink in order to wear down their opponents over the past few weeks. And it all comes down to this. If Cade and Murdoch can't pull out a win here tonight, they're going to have to defend their titles at Backlash.
I know you don't like the way they've gone about protecting their titles, JR, but you've got to admit, they've done a number on the challengers, and Cade and Murdoch don't have a scratch on them.
So I certainly managed to be unavailable to record videos yesterday on a day that there was actually a bunch of things that I would have liked to have talked about. Primarily, the Collector's Edition of 2K18 was officially announced and confirmed, and whatever else yesterday. So obviously today I'm going to discuss that a little bit. I was on Twitter yesterday morning, because I was obviously doing stuff. I wasn't able to get videos recorded, but I was on Twitter having some discussions on that edition, the Seen Enough edition, 15 years of John Cena.
He's taken his lumps from Cade and Murdoch over the past couple of weeks, but it could all pay off here tonight if he and Rob Van Dam beat them and earn a title match at Backlash.
That's a mighty big if, JR. Cade and Murdoch haven't gone easy on him so far, and I'm sure they're not going to let up now. This match is huge.
Yeah, huge. So if you haven't heard, and I'm sure you probably have, the Seen Enough edition is $150. We knew it'd be over $100 because the deluxe edition is $90. And thankfully, both editions contain the season pass within those editions. So that's thankfully there's no extra $30 on top of that price, which is good. But what do you get above and beyond the deluxe edition, which is $90 for your $150? Well, I'll tell you. Number one, you get yet another Mattel John Cena. And it's exclusive to this edition. Look, that cost them, I'm sure, $1 or $2. It's another Mattel John Cena. They already have the molds. Like, a different painted-on t-shirt. It looks like a basic, whatever. Now, the press release said it would have a reversible shirt, but the picture, that was clearly a painted-on shirt. So, painted-on shirts are not reversible. Come on now. Uh-oh. Is RVD gonna no-show, or he got beat up?
Damn, that's his music, but...
Oh, no, Swerve. Swerve. One of a kind.
When you're partners with someone, you expect they're gonna have your back when you're in trouble, you know? Last week, when I got my ass kicked by those two hicks, where were you, dude? You let a redneck with a chair stop you from helping me?
I was bleeding.
Dude, that is really weak. I'll tell you what, though. If you want to keep teaming up with Mr. Monday Night,
handicap match,
you better show me that you're a lot tougher than you look, and start now. You can take on those two guys that took me out all by yourself.
Why would I ever want to do anything with you, Rob Van Dam? This is why I hate you. This is why I hate you.
Right, JR. RVD has left the building, and right before a #1 contender match.
I told you I have... Oh, hey, there's Kali. I told you I have bad luck with Rob Van Dam in video games. This is no different. But speaking of RVD, both RVD and Batista will be in the deluxe edition as well as the collector, so it's not just in the collector's edition. So, really? Really? So, in addition to yet another Mattel fig, we also, referee bump, we also have a limited edition piece of the canvas from Royal Rumble this year, where John Cena won his historic 16th time championship. So that's cool. It would have been cooler if it was autographed by both John Cena and AJ Styles, but it is only, there is a little plaque, and it has a card with a John Cena autograph. So that is what you get. Oh, also you get some exclusive supercard cards, or a voucher to redeem for some exclusive supercard cards, and that's fun, I guess. But yeah, so the toy and the piece of ring, they're limited to 30,000 or 25,000 or something along those lines. There is a limited amount of those. So that is, no, pick it up and then get in the ring. No, pick it up and then get in the ring. There we go. I don't care. Look, you're gonna give me 2-on-1? I don't care. I'll get myself DQ'd. That's what I do. Had it been a handicap tag match and not tornado rules, I would have kept fighting. But thanks RVD. Hey, this is Shane O'Mac.
Hey, this is Shane McMahon. I don't know what the hell is going on with you and RVD, but I don't appreciate having Raw's main event sabotage. You guys obviously have some issues to work out, so I'm putting you two in a single match next week to blow off some steam. But you better have it all figured out by next Sunday, because despite what happened tonight, I'm planning to have the two of you take on Cade and Murdoch at Backlash, and I really hate to have my plans disrupted. Work it out.
Work it out. So whether or not you feel that the figure and the canvas and the supercard bonus are worth the extra $60 on top of what you're already paying for the deluxe edition, that's up to you. Attackslug could not be reached for comment. I'm right here. I'm right here. And as a concept, I don't have anything against them having a John Cena special edition this year. It's not because it's John Cena. I think their actual, say, here's what we're going to offer you is just kind of lazy, to be honest. One-on-one with RVD, yet again. But bringing back playable versions of RVD and Batista in the game
I have
is cool.
earthly idea what could be going through the mind of this man, King. A few weeks ago, Rob Van Dam was his tag team partner, and now he's facing him in what is, by all indications, a grudge match here tonight.
I'm still wondering what was going through his mind when he tried to save RVD from that beatdown a couple of weeks ago, JR. If that's the best he's got, I don't blame RVD for walking out on him.
Now, the fact that their press release called RVD a legendary rival for John Cena is a little unusual. Like, sure, there was that amazing moment at One Night Stand, which, you know, they obviously couldn't put in the game because of that crowd chant. So you obviously can't have what the crowd was chanting that night in the ECW arena. Obviously, the game's rated T for teen. But beyond that, like, I can't, like, RVD had that thing with Cena and then got suspended pretty soon afterwards, if my memory serves correctly. There are plenty of other folks I would call legendary rivals of John Cena over somebody like RVD. And so that's just kind of a little weird thing. But hey, Batista definitely, John Cena and Batista, legendary rivals.
It's no secret that the typically laid-back Rob Van Dam is frustrated, King. But surely walking out on their tag team match last week was not the way to go about dealing with the situation.
Shouldn't have done that.
Everyone knows what RVD's all about,
Yeah,
right,
everybody
JR?
knows
He's
what
supposed to be an
RVD's all
extreme
about.
kind of guy, right? Well, extreme situations call for extreme measures.
But the cool thing with having an official Batista in the game is that in the community creations, we can get all the different variations of the Batista. The pink shirt Batista, the blue Tista, you know, all that hilarious stuff from his previous runs in the past couple of years can totally be in the game, and that's great. I love it. But RVD and Batista are also in the deluxe edition, so, you know, you don't need to have the big old John Cena collector's edition to get those guys. Now, am I buying it? Of course I'm buying it. I don't want to buy it, really, but that's kind of just where I am at this point with the whole YouTube thing, is that there's the expectation that I'm going to buy the big dumb wrestling game thing, so I'm going to buy the big dumb wrestling game thing. And do an unboxing, etc., etc. Anyway. Ding, 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 gloom. RVD. RVD. So yeah, glad to see Mr. Monday Night back in the video games with his innovative offense, etc., etc. Good times. Good times. But yes, so that was kind of the big thing yesterday. There was some other kind of news floating around that I did want to discuss in the past, like, day and a half or so. there's this Braun Strowman, Karen Jarrett story that's really stunner, really weird. That I'm not gonna put too much validity and stock into yet because it's kind of is a hearsay story. But the fact that they're saying that Karen was trying to get autographs for her kids in a bar in Nashville when Raw was in Nashville from Braun Strowman, who apparently didn't recognize her, and then she played the hey, my kid's dad is Kurt Angle, which that's true. Is kind of a whole that whole thing is weird. Like it seems almost like crafted in a way that makes it unbelievable, but also it's wrestling, and as we know, just about anything could happen in the world of wrestling. It's a weird thing. So I'm not sure how much I believe that story, but that's kind of what I've been hearing in the past day or so. Also, we have rumors of another superstar shakeup, like after SummerSlam, and I'm like, wait, I thought it was supposed to be like the draft, where you had it like once a year, and you have it after Mania. It was a great time for it. Obviously, last year they had to have it, in the summer because they had just split up Raw and SmackDown for the first time in a number of years. So obviously, you do it before you go with SmackDown being live. But now you do it after Mania. That makes a lot of sense. So having it again so soon after just having it seems unusual. But also, with that, I've been hearing that they might have some main roster guys go back down to NXT, which could be useful. I mean, they've done that before. Usually when somebody gets injured or suspended or whatever else, they'll end up back in NXT. So here's hoping they don't send back Emma to NXT again. I think she deserves better, but that's just me. I think they, if anything, put Emma on SmackDown and do something with her would be an ideal situation. But we'll see whether or not that plays out, or that pans out after SummerSlam. I don't think quarterly shakeups are... it seems like to me that these shakeups are just hurting SmackDown more than anything. And it's going to be infuriating to see SmackDown lose more top guys. Once they get, okay, we're going to, you've already screwed us, we're going to establish these guys, and then you screw us again in like 3 months? That seems messed up. So, how do you get things going? How do you get on a roll like they were previously? How do you get on a roll if you're going to keep on screwing over the talent when... they start getting hot. And oh, you're getting hot. Move it to Raw. Like, no, don't do that. Please don't do that. So, we'll see whether or not that pans out. That got reversed. Or not. But I'm definitely curious to see how they handle that bit of weirdness, if you will. Speaking of weirdness, Elias Samson, is no longer Elias Samson. Now he's just Elias, according to the .com website that apparently is his new thing. Once again, someone losing their half of their name, much like Big E Langston and Alexander Rusev and Antonio Cesaro. They don't like guys having two names. Honestly, go back to calling him the Drifter. That was way cooler. Call him the Drifter. But no. Walk with Elias, and he's just Elias now and not Elias Samson. That's totally a Vince move. So, in any event, I'll be curious to see how that... I mean, he's not really feuding with anybody, even though he's fighting Finn Balor over and over again, because Finn Balor's feuding with Bray Wyatt, so I don't know. Anymore. They're going to have Brock versus Joe again tomorrow at a house show. That is confirmed at the Joe Louis Arena. The last throw at the Joe, because that thing's closing down. It even gets its own custom T-shirt for that event. So if you're at that event, get that shirt. I'm sure at some point, someday, it'll be worth some money. So, but yeah, they're saving it for that, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, we know that Brock likes working with Joe, so that's cool. Oh, RVD reversed the finisher. I reversed the punch for once. I'm getting a bit more of a hang of this system, because it is a bit different than the other games were. So it takes me a little while to adjust to these things and stuff. So yeah, we are definitely starting to scope out our SummerSlam business. That was lame. Me was lame miss. Stunner. He just falls over. Sure, hit a stunner and then pin the man. Why not? 1, a 2, a 3. Oh, come on now. You've already got hit with 2 slug exploders. What else do I have to do? What else? What else needs to be done? What else needs to be said? Hit that. Education? Educutor? One of them edge moves. No 3 count, though. No 3 count, though. Now, I wanted to store the finisher. Don't complain to the referee, you idiot. That's the wrong button. Now I get rolled up. Now I get rolled up on a distraction that I didn't mean to be distracted. I wanted to store the finisher and then hit RVD and then hit my slug putter for a 3rd time. Hopefully, in a part of the ring I can actually use, like that right there. And win the match with Mr. Monday Night on a Friday afternoon, if you will. There we go. That should do it. That has to do it. 1, 2, 3. And you're done, son. Uh-oh. Cade Murdoch coming to say hello. RVD with 2 chairs. So I beat him, and then he has 2 chairs. And he's like, no, now we're bros.
Put the chairs down. Save it for the ring, tough guy.
What?
My
RVD.
God, the Vandaminator. RVD drove that chair into the face of his partner. I can't believe what I'm seeing. What the hell has gotten into Rob Van Dam?
I never
He's
trusted him.
standing up for himself. His partner couldn't hold up his end of the team, and he cut him loose.
I just beat you. I wonder if that would have been different if he beat me. And we have a new text message. Alright, that's it.
Alright, that's it. I've had it with the 2 of you. You and Van Dam want to beat the hell out of each other? Fine. Forget the tag team title match at Backlash. No. You guys are gonna end this in a hardcore match. And frankly, at this point, I don't give a damn who wins, whose ass gets kicked, or whether either of you can walk away from the ring afterward.
Alright, Shane, thanks. I didn't want to be a tag guy anyway, so you're doing me a favor, Shane O'Mac. And just on a side note, on a personal anecdote, in what annoys me, is the fact that last year, I pre-ordered the NXT edition from Best Buy because I have the Gamers Club unlocked, which saves you 20% on all new game purchases. So I thought, okay, this year, I'll do the same thing. So instead of 150, it'd be 120, which is a little bit easier to swallow. But no, Best Buy, in their infinite wisdom this year, says you cannot pre-order this and have it pick up in a store. No, it is ship only. And I'm like, you don't understand. Where I live, UPS shows up at like 7 o'clock at night. And that game will be out that Friday as, the early thing. No, I need to do videos as soon as I wake up and go to the store and pick it up at like 9 in the morning. I can't wait until 7 at night to start making videos. Videos take time to make. So, screw you, Best Buy. I had to go to GameStop, and I hate GameStop. So, is what it is. Anyway, that wraps things up for this fine Friday. Perplexing Pixels. In a couple hours, go check that out. More videos every day. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. Gonna keep pointing more videos right here on this channel. And I'm out!